15 states in the country with the most COVID cases over a 7-day period. 2 weeks ago, we were doing great. Well, now we have jumped from 41st to 14th worst in the country. Now, when you look at the counties in the state with the highest rate of cases, 5 are out on the eastern plains. We're talking about Washington, Cheyenne, Kiowa, Sedgwick, and Bent counties, along with Moffat, Rio Blanco, and Rio Grande counties. Marissa Armas joins us live in Denver tonight. So, Marissa, you spoke to a doctor today about also the growing number that we're seeing now in our kids.
Yeah, doctors say more and more kids in our state are being infected with the virus, and they say while we may be fatigued, we need to continue taking precautions to protect our community.
Alarming new data from the Colorado State Health Department shows that over the last 2 weeks, most of our state's new COVID-19 cases are coming from kids ages 6 to 11.
Anyone under the age of 12 years old is unvaccinated at this point, and those kids are really more at risk now due to COVID-19 in the pandemic than they have been really since the beginning of this pandemic.
Our state's epidemiologist saying on Friday, we could see another wave if we're not able to get cases under control. And an expert with the Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children says it starts at home.
We're not done with COVID. As much as we want to be done with it, it's not done with us, and so we need to be vigilant.
Doctors say we can do this by continuing to wear masks, social distancing, and washing our hands frequently.
The peer pressure aspect, especially if there's going to be environments where they're not required, they may stick out if they're wearing masks. And being able to have those conversations with the children are really, really important.
While kids typically experience milder symptoms, doctors are seeing kids have long-term effects, and some even being put on ventilators.
I don't want panic, but I do think we need to have a good understanding that COVID does affect children. It can be critical, especially if there's any sort of immunocompromised status for these children.
And doctors say once that vaccine becomes available for kids under the age of 12, parents should sign up for that. I did ask the governor's office if we plan to close schools again because of this rise we're seeing in kid cases, and they said no. In Denver, Marissa Armas covering Colorado First.
Marissa, we also crunched the state health department numbers today, found more than 30